Well, that's a good note to start a video on. Excuse me, guys. Alright. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Matthew from 4Broke Gamers here, and welcome back to Let's Play more Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix HD. So when we last left off, we met up with Donald, and Goofy, and we beat up the boss known as Guard Armor, and in this episode, we're going to be continuing on to a brand new world. One would say a whole new world. A dazzling place we never knew. Anyway, there's one thing I wanted to show off before we leave. We can customize not only Sora's magic, but we can customize Donald and Goofy's the way they attack and combat. I'm gonna have basically, if you are one of those people that complain that Donald doesn't heal you, normally how I always do it, I always have Donald on these excuse me, on these settings. Basically, that's how my Donald is, and he normally heals me fine, no problem at all. Goofy, I normally keep the same. So that doesn't really matter. So what we're gonna... Okay, so now we're gonna continue on. The green cursor shows your current position. Select your next destination with the cursor. Observe the battle level when selecting destinations. More stars mean stronger Heartless in that world. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this top one. The bottom one is 2 stars, so I don't want to do that one just yet because that one's really hard. That was like one of the harder worlds in the game, and I don't want to deal with it, so we're gonna do this one first. We travel to different worlds on the Gummy Ship. The Heartless ships often give us a hard time. Always be on the lookout during flight. Your journey will be documented until you reach the destination. Seek out missions or each world has to offer. Control the Gummy Ship with left stick. Tilt up and down to descend, tilt down up to descend, and down to ascend. Basically, the blue gauge in the center. The blue gauge in the center is our cursor. The blue gauge in the bottom bottom right corner, I should say, rather, is our power gauge, where we don't have use of that just yet. And the green gauge is our HP. If it reaches 0, we have to return back to Traverse Town, or our destination point, I should say. Or, yeah, our departure point, I should say. So normally these Gummy Ship missions are really boring, and my first intention when I first thought about doing this Let's Play or walkthrough, or whatever the heck you want to call it, I thought about just cutting these out of the videos because they were so boring. But I'm gonna show them a few times throughout the videos, but if there's some in the game that are like so annoyingly long. But later on, you can upgrade the Gummy Ship in this game to the point where you can make the ship go like twice as fast as it's going now, and that's my intention. But if I find that being that there's just a point to where I'm not talking at all and there's nothing going on screen, and it's just a Gummy Ship section, I'm going to ask one of our editors, either Jack or I'm gonna ask Jack or Tony to edit out the Gummy Ship sections of this and just cut back to when we get to the world. Because honestly, these are like annoying, and I don't know. They're just kind of boring in my opinion. I mean, maybe you like them, that's fine. But in my opinion, I like the ones in Kingdom Hearts 2 better because they're fast-paced, badass. I love them. But that doesn't matter now, considering we're at the world. You might recognize it from far away, but you might even recognize it when we're up close. All right, we're in Wonderland. All right, you know, in the animated movie Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, my fur whiskers! I'm late! Oh dear! I'm here! I should be there! Oh, I'm late! sure.
Alright, well that was strange. But no, yeah, this world's based on, well, Alice in Wonderland from the not the newer ones like Alice Through the Looking Glass or anything like that. This one's like based on the 1950s version. So, you know, the good one. I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen the live action versions in a long time, so they don't remember if they're good or bad. But, you know.
How did he get so small?
No, you're simply too big.
That tracks.
Oh. Must you be so loud? You woke me up.
Good morning.
Good night. I need a bit more sleep.
Wait, what do we have to do to grow small?
Why don't you try the bottle? Over there.
Alright. We now have our objective, but however, you want to do one thing before you turn small. You want to push this bed. After you push the bed, then feel free to drink to your heart's content because you won't be needing to grow big for a long time. The only reason why I recommend moving the bed first before going small is because of the Heartless. They will appear and you won't be able to interact with the items up there because for some reason in this one you can't interact with items while there are Heartless around, which makes sense, but they fix that in later games. So we just got another ability called Berserk. When your HP runs critically low, like when you're in like the basically it just boosts your attack power and makes you stronger. In later games, I think this has changed to where if you're critical or have no magic or something like that, you just keep attacking until your magic can come back. But no, in this one I think it just makes you a lot stronger. Let's see, and whenever we get more AP, I'm gonna probably buy Berserk because I don't really see myself dodge rolling all that much. I see myself jumping out of the way.
Court is now in session.
I'm on trial? But why?
Her Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, presiding.
This girl is the culprit. There's no doubt about it. And the reason is? Because I say so, that's why.
That is so unfair.
Well, have you anything to say in your defense?
Of course. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence! You dare defy me?
Hey guys, we should help her out.
Blah, blah, blah.
We're outsiders, so wouldn't that be muddling?
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
The court finds the defendant guilty as charged for the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Off with her head!
No! Oh, please!
Hold it right there!
Who are you? How dare you interfere with my court?
Excuse me, but we know who the real culprit is.
Uh-huh. It's the Heartless.
Anyway, she's not the one you're looking for.
That's nonsense. Have you any proof?
Bring me evidence of Alice's innocence! Fail and it's off with all your heads! Gather as much or little evidence as you please. Report back here once you're ready. Alright. So we're playing a Phoenix Wright game now. Objection! Oh man. So what we're gonna do instead of what we're gonna do is she said we're gonna go collect evidence, but I want to talk to the one being put on trial here, Alice. Who are you? I'm Sora. I'm Goofy, and there's Donald. Pleased to meet you, though I do wish it were under better circumstances. I'm sorry you got mixed up in this nonsense. Talk to her again. Why are you on trial in the first place? I should like to know the very same thing. Apparently I was guilty the moment I took the stand. That's crazy. So where are you from? Curious, I can't quite remember. You see, I found this mysterious rabbit hole. When I tried to peek inside, I tumbled head in over heels. And I found myself here. So you're from another world. That's funny. Maybe you didn't need a ship then. I don't get it. What do you mean, another world? Enough, the defendant will be silent. Hold on. See, there's a chest up there, but we can get that a little later. Let's go into the locust forest. Quiet place. Who are you? Who indeed? Poor Alice, soon to lose her head, and she's not guilty of a thing. Hey, if you know who the culprit is, tell us. The Cheshire Cat has all the answers, but doesn't always tell. The answer, the culprit, the cat all lie in darkness. Wait! They've already left the forest. I won't tell you which exit. There are 4 pieces of evidence in all. 3 are a sitch to find. The 4th is tricky. Big reward if you can find them all. Should we trust him? Trust or not to trust? I'll trust you decide. So there's 4 pieces of evidence to find, and I'm gonna find all 4 of them before we present them at the trial. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, so the first piece of evidence is gonna be right over here. Oh. Shadows and more soldiers. We're going to be running into more and more different varieties of Heartless soon, and I will be explaining their how, like, easy ways to defeat them and stuff. So we got we got Trinity Mark right here, so we're gonna use this Trinity Mark. Quickly. We got magic bubbles, and we got a tent. Magic bubbles replenish your MP over replenish your MP. And we're gonna collect these 2. We're gonna collect the potion and ether. This little chest right over here is the footprints, which is a piece of evidence. So you want to collect those, and before you do any more, there's this flower right here. You want to examine it. It says, "Give me a potion, and I'll make you bigger." So what you can do is you can sacrifice one of your potions to the flower. And this is required to do for a piece of evidence. You can't move the camera while you're big, so no matter how hard you try, you cannot move the evidence. Or move the camera. So what we're gonna do, see this tree stump? We're gonna crush it, and then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna hit this tree a few times, because I like to. Then we're gonna take this little fruit right here, and we're gonna nom. And we're gonna jump on these mushrooms, and we're gonna jump. Oh, shadows. And we're gonna go right into that tree leading to the bizarre room. You know, that room where we found the talking doorknob. So we're gonna go into here, and we drop right on top of the fireplace. Oh my god! Screw you guys! You almost killed me. We're gonna open this one. We're gonna get stench. So that's another piece of evidence. And now we gotta go all the way back to the Queen's Castle in the Locust Forest, which isn't that far of a walk. It's right through this door. And then we're gonna go. Oh yeah, there's a save point right here too if you wanna save, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna go right through her. I think this area that I'm gonna go to is leading to the area that I'm going to is the harder piece of evidence to get. I don't remember. I think this is the harder piece of evidence to get, if I'm correct. I'm gonna jump up here, and this is gonna lead us to the bizarre room again. Yeah, this is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move Donald out of the way. I'm sorry, Donald. You are but a flea in this cause. We're gonna jump. Gonna make the jump. We're gonna grab another piece of evidence called claw marks, and we're gonna get something special for doing this. Well, look what you found. Nice going. Now can we save Alice? Don't be so sure. She may be innocent, but what about you? What do you mean? I won't tell, but I'll give you something. Attain the power of ice. Blizzard. We now have another magic spell. So we can now use Blizzard. I'm gonna keep Blizzard on triangle for now, actually. So now,
Deep freeze.
you can do Blizzard. Blizzard is actually a really amazing spell. I like it a lot. It's such a really good spell.
Deep freeze.
Oh, new enemies! These little red guys right here, they're called Red Nocturnes. Red Nocturnes basically do fire damage and are healed by using fire. So don't use fire. That's why I put Donald on something less defensive magic. They're easy to be killed. They're basically a one hit if you
Deep freeze.
See ya!
if you use Blizzard. You also get a tech point for doing it because Blizzard is their weakness. So if you want to gain like the maximum overall experience for killing these things, Blizzard is the way to go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to Queen's Castle. There's one more piece of evidence. Yeah, because we got claw mark, extension, footprints. There's 4 pieces of evidence in all. So what we're gonna do is find one more piece of evidence. I believe it's back this way.
Come on!
Rawr.
Deep freeze.
Alright. Jump. Surprisingly, I made that. Oh, there's this chest right over here. This contains our very first chests of Dalmatians 16 through 18. Now, if we go inside our journal, and we go to 101 Dalmatians, we can press the triangle button and see we have 3 more chests worth of puppies in Wonderland. It marks off which puppies you found with the thing. They always come in group of 3s, so that's good to know. Okay. Let's see. Oh crap. No, it's embarrassing. The Cheshire Cat said the third one's a cinch to find. 3 of them are cinches to. Oh, herp derp skirpy derp. Antenna. Now we have all the 4 pieces of evidence. So what we're gonna do now is head back to Queen's Castle and give her these pieces of evidence to prove that Alice is innocent. And we gotta just talk to one of these cards. Yes. Very well. Now show me what you found. Well, that's certainly a lot of evidence, but I'm still not impressed. Cards, bring forth my evidence! Yeah! Ah, crap. Checking all 5 would be a waste of time. Alright, choose one you wish to present. I'll decide who's guilty based on what evidence. What? After going all the way to the trouble of collecting it? You dare object? Then you will lose your head. Now choose 1 box. Oh, I hit the mic. I apologize, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna choose this one. Let's see who the real culprit is. Boom. What in the world was that? There's your evidence of Alice's innocence. Silence! I'm the law here! Article 29. Anyone who defies the Queen is guilty! That's crazy! Seize them at once! there's actually two ways for you to go about that. You could either choose a piece of evidence that had a heartless of the soldier variety or the shadow variety, and what else? You can also have a box that shows Donald and Goofy. Donald and Goofy as both of them, or Donald or Goofy. But they will be thrown in cages. But if they do get thrown in cages, it's all right. That's not a big deal, because you can break the cage. You can break them out of the cages with, I think, just 6 hits. Not that big of a deal. Or, and it's no matter what though, this will happen. So, and honestly, it was that simple. Now I'm just gonna stand here and get beat. She must have been kidnapped while we were fighting. Fools! Find the one who's behind this! I don't care how! Alright. So it looks like we have our objective. We gotta find Alice. Alright. Let's continue on for right now. This episode's gonna be a little bit of a short one today, guys. I'm sorry. But don't worry. Next episode will be a very long one. It'll be pretty long. Have you seen Alice? Alice, no. Shadows, yes. Where did they go? This way, that way, doesn't matter. Left, right, up, down, all mixed up thanks to the shadows. Step deeper into the forest and to the deserted garden. You might find shadows in the upside down room. Alright. So guys, that's gonna be it for this episode of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix HD. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later, alright? Peace out.